So especially in these shaley bits that I keep sliding down. There we go again. As I said, every now and then there's a slip and a fall. Also probably doesn't help much that I'm not concentrating while I'm on the camera now. Good morning, fellow adventurers. It's an absolutely beautiful day here in Cape Town today, and I'm already on the route. I came up the pipe track a little bit early. I didn't want to record all of that, and I actually find myself in SlangOlie Ravine, where we've done one of our previous episodes looking for the tunnel. I'll put the link up above. One of the other overnight stops that was used during the years when they were building the Woodhead tunnel. It's still got the little fireplace, which I can give you a quick look at, and yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful little spot. I don't know what the actual name of this overhang is. Monty and I like to call it Breakfast Rock because we often come here and have a quick break en route to one of our little adventures. So yeah, it's got absolutely spectacular views, and all over Camps Bay you can see Lion's Head in the background there. And today's adventure is hopefully going to take us around the corner, which is behind my right shoulder there, and into Woody Ravine, and then hopefully we'll come down the infamous Three Firs, which I've been promising for quite a while and quite a few of the previous episodes. But when the weather's bad there or the conditions are not that great, it's a very, very dangerous ravine to come down. It's quite steep, but not as bad as some of the other tracks that we've been on in the last while. Three Firs though, a whole different story, eh? Being called Woody Ravine, one would expect a lot of forest, and it's certainly not failing on that point, eh? Really stunning little ravine this, nice and shady, so I'm really enjoying it. It's just so good. You can still make out the coastline, but that's just through the foliage. And yeah, it must be about a quarter of the way up, and you can hear I'm a bit out of breath. That's kind of normal for uphill though. Love the imposing rock faces always above your head, and you kind of know, yo, I've still got a long way to go. Please feel free to subscribe. My analytics show almost 70% of people who are watching haven't subscribed. It's free, it's anonymous, or it can be anonymous, but it's really, really helpful to me. Thank you, thanks for supporting me.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Flying, get on board. We're soaring on top of the world.
Kind of just below the saddle now, broken out of the forest, the wooded area, and the views are just breathtaking, although this is obviously from climbing. But yeah, we're nearing the top of Woody and enjoying the views, and obviously plunging into the heat of the day now. I better get my hat out and keep moving. And, but it's so peaceful there, so peaceful. Odd cicada, odd fly, and every now and then you might hear some passing traffic way down below. It's just a gentle hum, so nothing too bad. Really enjoying this. I love coming out here for peace of mind, eh? Woohoo! I mean, this is not as brutal as the others, but heck, that was hard work today. And Woody is probably one of the easier routes up, but it's still hard work, especially on a hot, humid day like today. So if I carry on along this way, I go to Kasteelspoort and the dams, and if I carry on down here, we continue on our route to the Three Firs Trail, SlangOlie Ravine and Corridor Ravine, and there's quite a few after that. So yeah, a lot to explore up top here. Definitely bring your family up, it's really awesome. Little rock formation called Saucy Dog. Guess it depends on the angle that you're looking at it from. It does look a little bit like a dog that's begging at a table, I guess. Crazy name. If anyone can give me an idea why they call it Saucy Dog, put it in the comments down below. It's weird. That's the top of SlangOlie Ravine. So once you get to the point where you see Saucy Dog, we hook a right and we'll have Spring Buttress Needle to our right as we go along Three Firs Trail, which has got a massive slope down to quite a grand cliff face, so it's actually a very dangerous route. In bad weather I don't venture down here at all. In fact, the last couple of episodes you may have heard us mention, you know, Three Firs and how we wanted to do it, and we've just canned it every time because of bad weather. This is not a route you actually want to down climb particularly. Up climb is probably better, and also it's not one that you want to chance it unless you know what you're doing and you've got a bit of a head for heights, eh? So the views are spectacular, but if you do this route, be very cautious. It's very loose stone underfoot, and it kind of slides away towards the off slopes, so watch it. So we're going down there. Technically on the slope that is on top of Woodhead Tunnel, which was in episode 16. So the previous episode, and I'll give you the link for that, depicted us going through the tunnel, actually through this section of mountain, but that's like a good couple of 100 meters below me, and obviously goes right through the center of the mountain. So at the moment we're on top of it, we're on top of the tunnel, which is just like really something interesting and amazing to think that you've got all of this on top of that tunnel, especially when we were going through it, you know, all that rock above your head. Weird thought, really. Taking the odd tumble there on this upper section, very shaly, very loose. So especially in these shaly bits that I keep sliding down. Oh, there we go again. Yeah, as I said, every now and then there's a slip and a fall. Also probably doesn't help much that I'm not concentrating while I'm on the camera now. Can just make out the cave we were in this morning on the other side there, and we're basically overlooking SlangOlie Ravine, and below us is where the original tunnel and the pipes came out, And they are against this cliff face that you're going to see periodically through the lens. And we're literally on top of that cliff face with a down sloping path. So lots of concentration and making sure the feet are placed well. I probably haven't been doing so well up until now. See the path running down here, all along that edge. Then we drop off the front. And that's SlangOlie Ravine there. Yeah, stunning spot, eh? So there you can see the pipe track directly below us, the stairs, and the cliff face on top of which we're going to be now. So our path goes along here, all the way around through there, to the end, so over there. And you can see how close you are to this level here. And in the winter months, the water actually streams right down here onto this path here. So you're actually crossing through all of this stuff with a river running down this section as well. Like the worst of it's done. You can kind of breathe a bit again. Not as close to the edge, it's still close, but yeah, one doesn't feel as exposed. And the ground feels much more stable here. Still got to keep your eyes open, don't do something stupid. The odd spot is like where I am now. I mean, that's my foot. I'm actually moving a camera like 2-3 mils. There's at least a 2-meter drop. I have to down climb this. Spring buttress needle. That's where we've just come from. If I slowly spin around, start to see Camps Bay. Actually 12 Apostles, and then Camps Bay down there. Lion's Head. So there's a cairn over there, and that's the route that we're going down. It's a hair-raising route, very dangerous, either up or down. I definitely do not suggest this for people who have not got a lot of mountain experience. We've got woody ravine on this side, going down to the pipe track, which is going to take us on back to the vehicle. 2 cairns and a shoe. Kind of gives you a little bit of perspective of where we're going. Ooh. As I said, not too easy, so one's got to be really careful around here. So I had to actually stop filming. There were too many drop-offs one after the other where I had to actually climb down and use my hands, and even this front bit is very dangerous. It's climbable. It's like if you can climb a tree really well, you'll be able to get up here, no problem. But you have to concentrate. You can't be trying to film with your hands and at the same time trying to move. So yeah, we're right at the end. I'll show you the start point where I actually showed you the dead tree, which is the marker for Three Firs route up the mountain. And it's the last drop off, and then we're on the pipe track. Here we go, back on the pipe track. I think that's pretty much going to be it for today. Thanks for joining me on this journey. As I said, the Woody Ravine is a family-friendly one. Three Firs, definitely not. And if you've watched any of my previous episodes, you'll understand why I didn't want to come down there in misty weather where I can't see, where it's wind is howling and we've got all that loose stone. And then just general slipping and sliding and sort of rolling around through the loose shale. So very dangerous route, drop-offs, hectic drop-offs, but really beautiful. Glad I did it, glad I can get to show you guys that. So yeah, thanks for joining me on this episode.